G-I-E, aka B-I-G, get it? Biggie.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Gage coming back at you guys with another video today. Today we are going to be talking about the UDS Summer 2018 and how it affects you as a player and really talk about the development of the meta. So the UDS was this weekend and I genuinely have no idea how many players attended to it, but these things normally don't have the biggest player count. But that being said, it is the cream of the crop when it comes to meta players. You're normally going to be having some big names out there duking it out to try to earn their mat as well as the belt. We all know how sick that WWE style belt looks like for a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but it's really just the competition that means the most. Earning that title is pretty cool. There's a lot of cool things that come with it, but really this is just one of the pinnacle points of the meta. When you follow things like ARG Circuit Series, which are normally high level competitive play, UDS is normally up there as well. So with the UDS coming to a close, we finally have the meta coming to a halt. We finally have it all realized out after the new set, you know, has just dropped and everything. We now know what decks are going to stay at the top until we get a new Forbidden and Limit list, which is hopefully right around the corner. Cliff notes of the event include Gogi coming out on top. Unsurprising really to me. I think a lot of people might have expected Sky Strikers to do a lot better, but I fully expected Gogi to win. The thing about Gogi is it's a deck that if you understand it fully and if you know all the combos to it, it's practically unbeatable just because you can flood the board and then just have your opponent have no way to really deal with it. And that was kind of the mantra of this tournament as well, just flooding the board and really having your opponent have no way to deal with it, as the actual first place list decided to main deck no hand trap. This is really what the meta has divulged into, is just not maining any hand traps. And that's just wild, but I kind of see the mentality behind it and why it makes sense. You're playing the absolute undisputed best deck of the format. If you just make a board that your opponent can't deal with and you play as many cards as you can to make that board to consistently make it, who cares about stopping your opponent at that point? And that's the mentality that Cameron Neal, first place at the UDS, took. He played no hand traps in his main deck and he sided all of them. He sided like 2 Reaper, 3 Psyframe Gamma, I think 3 Ash Blossom as well, but he stuck the whole hand trap package into the side deck. The important thing to pull out is that, okay, these hand traps are extremely powerful. Like cards like Drool and Lockbird or Ash Blossom and Joy Spring can completely stop an opponent dead in their tracks so they can't make any plays. But the thing is if you don't have a follow-up yourself, if you can't make your combo yourself, what's really the point of actually even stopping your opponent? So what Cameron decided to do, if you look at his deck profile here, is he just slapped a whole bunch of extenders into it and said, I'm going to go off on the Gogi combo. One way or another, it's going to happen. And that's what propelled him to win the event over Avery Foster, which Avery also played Gogi. Yeah, Avery also ended up playing Gogi. Let me shoot him a message, actually, and see if he played any hand traps. And I just got a message back from Avery. He said he didn't main hand traps either. So I guess it worked. Regardless if he did or not, he played Gogi as well. And it just actually looking at this article, and ended up super unfortunate for him. He's just like, okay, I'm going to concede game 1 because I don't have a way to stop your combo. And then game 2, Avery made Isolde and Neal just ashed it and said, oh yeah, good game there, champ. This isn't surprising to me though, because when I attended the Circuit Series in Philly, a lot of Gogi players or the Gogi mirror matches, how they ended up was the person would just say, I have combo, do you want to go to game 2? And that's really what the game divulged to at that point. Games could be done in literally a matter of seconds because just as soon as you're done making that board, it's almost impossible to deal with it sometimes. So I just kind of just go into game 2 to save time, not put yourself into time limit or put yourself even closer to time limit, is just the optimal tactic. Gogi wasn't the only deck in top 8 though. There ended up being a Sky Striker Mech Knight chilling around in there, as well as just pure Sky Strikers in the form of Jeff Jones, which he hit top 4. He was going for that second belt. Couldn't get there. Other than that, just Gogi, Sky Striker Gogi, and Dark Gogi, which is just Armageddon Knight and Malicious. So the meta has kind of just stagnated at this point. The only really shift we had was with the most recent set, and Sky Strikers got Hyate. That kind of put them in a better position against most other decks, because before Gogi would just be able to wash them out by putting out a board that they just couldn't deal with. So now we're just waiting amongst banlist season, which should really be right around the corner at this point. We have the Megatins released, so really it's just the end of the product cycle until we get started with the next season of competitive play. So really, I think a lot of people are just calling for Firewall Dragon to get banned. That can fix a lot of problems with Gogi. Gogi would still be a great deck, don't get me wrong, but effectively without Firewall Dragon, it's not nearly as oppressive, and that's really the problem. Gogi taking up let me count here. Gogi took up a clean 4 spots out of the top 8. That's 50% of the meta. That's a little bit wild. And I know a lot of people really struggle against this deck. Of course, if you draw the hand trap, you might get lucky. But then again, as I said earlier in the video, you have to open up with your own combo yourself. So there's a lot to really factors to really take in consideration. But now that the UDS has come to a close, I think the main call for most people playing in the last few competitive games of this format, if there are any, I don't think there's a big tournament until 3 weeks from now, but if there are any tournaments you're going to be playing, you're probably going to be seeing a lot of Gogi builds opt not play hand traps because the deck's just extremely oppressive. It can make plays, it can absolutely just dunk on everybody else in the format. So if you don't have a way to deal with it, they don't really care what you do, honestly. But yeah, that closes the UDS Summer 2018. Really exciting tournament. Again, a lot of top faces sitting in the top cup there. Would have been cool if Jeff Jones would have went for that second belt. He got top 4, which is nothing to laugh at, honestly. But it would have been dope to get back-to-back belts. That would have been pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of the UDS and the current format down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys we're going to undergo a huge shift soon? Do you think we're going to get the ban list anytime soon? What do you want to see hit on the ban list? I'd love to hear what you guys think. That being said, if you guys liked the video, be sure to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to stay up to date for more Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim Nim, signing out.
Don't swing on niggas that got bad behavior. My 415s woke up the neighbors. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
You already know what it is. Street Stars Radio, world famous pretty boy Floyd.